playing with one arm behind your back, you got all guns blazing.
They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On the run, it's Judkins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
The defense was all over it. They know third down, the quarterback can be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
On the return, it's Adams. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Alabama's offense has its first opportunity of the day. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under.
Second down.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now look. Great receivers, Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years.
A shot toward the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Judkins. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Howard. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. Quarterback adapting. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second. Bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On third down, going up top. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. It's Smith.
Offside. Defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
And the Buckeyes are on the move. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play in that time.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Howard. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. He's giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line. You've got to be really smart with this football.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Getting some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
It's 2 plays in a row now. I think this quarterback's been a bit too greedy. Down by the goal line. I know you want to throw a touchdown. You want to make the highlight-type play, but you've got to be smart. You've got to know the situation. You've got to throw the ball away if nobody's open.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the try is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He fires to the left side. And he makes the grab at the 20. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown time! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, they try to trick him. The holder wants to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Illegal touch. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
It leads.
That we look at this entire game, how can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Encroach. Defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Howard. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive. And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Finds the man enough for the first. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big fourth downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them. You know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That's now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Snags it on the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. High-flying pass catcher and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, a receiver winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Coming after him. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. To the air. It's Milroe. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, Get your feet set at the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the eye.
The Buckeyes in the hurry up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he puts through the extra point.
Offside. Defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning the...
Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. 1st down here for the offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This defense obviously came into this game prepared for the quarterback run. Linebackers, DBs, they're keying on him and just waiting for him to pull that football, and you saw their ability to get
strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. It's complete on the right side.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Now the play fake, trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll go to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Bama! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
They should have their football cards stripped away and never allowed to go inside a stadium again. They're punting in the red zone. A high kick trying to pin them deep.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to